Okay, great. So my name is Terry Newberry, and I'm an executive director on our team. And our director team works together to do training, and we kind of rotate and take turns. So that way we all get to meet people, meet a more variety of people, and you get to hear from not only your personal director, but from our overall director team as well. So welcome, and we're glad you're here. I am in Waco, Texas, and I've been with Pampered Chef for 28 years. And I started with Pampered Chef because we needed the income. So there was one reason I started, and that was it. So where is everybody from? Just real quick, because we only have 40 minutes and then we get cut off. And it's 40 minutes from whenever the first person joined. So we count on it being about a 30-minute call. So who's here, and tell us where you live. And on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being I know nothing at all, and 10 being I'm an expert, how familiar are you in terms of the training you've done as a consultant? Okay. All right. So who wants to go first?
I will
go first.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Ruth, and I live in the Kansas City area.
Okay.
In Olathe, Kansas, and my knowledge, I would say I'm about 5.
Okay, excellent. So you've done some training already. Great.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I will. My name's Karen. I'm from the Cincinnati, and I'm probably between a 6 and 7, closer to a 7.
Okay, excellent. So you've done training as well. Good. Okay.
Hi, my name's Teresa. I'm from Maryville, Missouri, and I know nothing.
Okay. All right. You're in the right place. Okay. Sherry, can you unmute just to?
Hey, Terry, I'm an advanced director in Leskvax's team. I'm on here because Ruth joined. I'm trying to get
here too. Okay, very good. So I'm going to say you're a 10. We're going to go with 10.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of folks, and myself included, were having trouble with the passcode. So I'm trying to get a few more of my people on here, just so you know.
Okay.
So I'll just keep working in the background.
Okay. It has to be the same, you know, uppercase, lowercase, everything. I find it's easier to copy it and paste it, and then I don't have to worry about it.
I think the link that's sent is a different meeting ID than the actual meeting ID. That's why you were able to get in, right, Sherry, with the meeting ID?
I don't know what I did. I know that I backed out and went, and it asked me if I wanted to join via a browser. And I did that instead and got in. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. I got right in, so I don't know. Okay. Yes, of course. Anybody joins us, they can join us for sure.
Are they adding the exclamation point at the very end? That's what problem I had.
Yeah, it has to have the exclamation point. Okay. All right. So let's get started. And if, you know, there'll be some space for questions, so jot them down so you don't forget. I am going to screen share right now. And here we go. All right. So can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So I in order to make this a regular slideshow, I can't see all of you. So the screen doesn't look perfect. You can see gunk other than just the slideshow, but I really want to keep it that way because I want to be able to see all of your faces. So that is why the view is like it is. I think if I go here, yeah, okay, we can do this. All right, I can see you. Okay, so here, there you go. You can see a little bit of my screen, but that's okay. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are going to cover some information. Some of it you may have seen, some of it will be a refresher. Some of it may be new to you. Sometimes just hearing it from a different person, you know, you'll notice something that you didn't notice before. But the main thing that we want you to know is that different people start their businesses for different reasons. I started for the income. I needed the income. I had a 2-year-old and an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, and we were really struggling to make ends meet. But a lot of people start because they want the products in their kitchen, and some people start because they are looking for a way to own their own business. And so for whatever your personal reason is, as long as you know what your reason is and you have goals, we're here to support you. We don't have any particular mentality or anything that we think you should or shouldn't do. We want you to do what works best for you and your family. And so now I have lost my little, there we go. Okay. So again, we're here to welcome you. This is just a part of our director team. We work very well together. You want to make sure that you've joined the Facebook groups that your directors and your upline directors and upline executive directors offer for you, so that you stay connected and get lots of ideas from lots of different people who have lots of different levels of experience and different strengths. You know, some people are really strong in product knowledge. Some people are really strong in cooking knowledge, technology, and that's why it all works so well together when we come together. So we share everything. You'll find this to be a very sharing team. We love cheering for you and recognizing you as well. Okay, so when you are getting started, we want to make sure that you know the importance of where to find training and the place to start with training. And that is going to be on Dash. And I think most of
I
you,
used to have
not
that
all of
tab.
you, we see you, Teresa. We know you're new and it all seems like kind of Greek to you, but Dash is the purple area on the Pampered Chef's website. Inside, when you go into the consultant's corner and you go into the area that says Dash, it will be in purple. And that is the area to get started. There, it really leads you through the training one step and one door at a time. So if I were to screen share and show you my Dash, it would look very different than if you're a new consultant, because my Dash is going to have how to train consultants, and it's going to have information that you don't need yet. And so it's not so overwhelming when you're new. It'll start with getting started. There's a getting started. And on about the 7th or 8th section on getting started, and each of the sections only takes about 5 minutes. But when you get to about the 7th or 8th section, it's going to tell you to contact your director or recruiter. Be sure to reach out to them, because that lets them know that you've done that training and where you are in your training. We are here to help you. We absolutely want to help you. But we also recognize, and you need to know this too, that a lot of the training is going to be self-training. It's going to be at your own pace, in your own time, because we all learn at different rates. Okay, so be sure to, you know, as you go through the Dash training, stay in contact with your director or your recruiter or both, and let them know where you are in that process. Okay, all right. So then we're going to go to the next, and I want to show you this. So this is our amazing host program, and I want to make absolutely sure that everyone is aware of how this works. Okay, for a party to be qualified as a party, in other words, for a host to get any free or discounted items, the party has to be at least a minimum of $200. $200 is at the point at which those benefits kick in, and it's considered a qualified party. And I say qualified because you're going to see that term pretty often in your training, and that just means it's at $200 and it's qualified the host to receive the host benefits. Okay, so the chart there that you see on the left gives you exactly what the host can earn by hosting a party. And you'll find the exact same chart on the back of the catalog. It's right there for your host. And so your host is not a mystery for her either. For them either. Okay. And so the company average, just in case you're wondering, somebody needs to mute. There's a lot of background conversation going on. If you could just mute your microphone, that would be great. Okay, just so we have a clean copy for the recording. So on the host rewards, hosts earn free products, half price items, and there's always a host benefit special for every single month. And during the month of September, it's fantastic. hosts can choose 60% off of any one product in addition to the free and half price items. Also, during September, when your host has $650 in guest sales, and remember the company's average is right there between $600 and $650, they're going to get an $100 bonus. So instead of earning $140 in free products in September when they hit $700, for example, they're going to earn $240. So there's a free extra $100 plus a 60% off item plus all the regular host benefits. So September is awesome. Now, let me tell you this. Today is I don't know what today is. Today's the 27th. So the 27th means that we're right at the end of the month. Your host still gets these specials as long as she closes her party. She starts it in September and closes it by the 7th of October. She still gets these specials. So it's not too late to talk to your friends about this amazing offer. I mean, it's a fantastic offer, and you could start their parties tomorrow and they would still be eligible for it. Okay. As long as they put in their order, everything's wrapped up and the host orders goes in by the 7th of the following month. Okay. All right. Any questions about that? Anybody? Raise your hand or somehow hoot and holler, do something to get my attention if you have questions. Okay. Because I'm trying to move mainly so we have question time at the end and we don't run out of our 40-minute time slot. Okay. Bookings. Frankly, nothing else matters in your business right now unless you have bookings on your calendar and you have people that have agreed to host a party for you. And the reason is that you can be the world's best salesperson. You can have practiced and you can have made recipes and you can be a great cook, but you're not going to sell any products until you have parties on your calendar. So that is the place to start. And you really, really want to ask lots of people. Don't just stop with 2 or 3 people. I'm going to give you here, the next several slides are going to have word choices for you to use. Feel free to take screenshots and save those word choices, copy and paste, screenshot, whatever it takes, so that you can go back later and you'll have those words in front of you to use. You want to ask from your Frank's list. And the Frank's list is listed right here. F stands for friends. This category is easy, okay? You're gonna write down at least 5, and I would do 10 if possible. The 10 people that come to mind, your 10 best friends, your 10 closest friends, they go in this category. So just jot down 10 of your closest friends. Don't think about whether or not they like to cook. Don't think about whether or not they like Pampered Chef. Don't think about whether or not it would be easy or hard to ask them. Just if their name comes to mind, write it down, okay? Then write down relatives. Write down at least 5 and preferably 10 relatives. These can be the people like your sister. They can also be your sister-in-law. They can be your brother. They can be your brother-in-law, cousin, second cousin, cousin's wife, second cousin twice removed, husband's cousin, spouse's sister-in-law. It can be, and it really should be, a wide variety of people of all ages, because the fact of the matter is everybody eats. It doesn't matter if you just finished with school and you're in your first apartment. It doesn't matter if you are retired and an empty nester. It doesn't matter if you're anywhere in between. Everybody eats, and therefore everybody cooks. So the next group of people that you're going to jot down names, at least 5 and preferably 10, are acquaintances. So these are people that you don't know very well, but you like them, right? You tend to run into them. You tend to see them at the grocery store, or you see them in the carpool line at school, or you see them at the library, places where you do businesses. Maybe your hairstylist, or your vet's office, or the pediatrician's office, or the doctor's office, or the dentist office. So acquaintances, people that you know, but wouldn't make your best friend list. Okay. Next, you're going to ask neighbors, and I mean all your neighbors. I mean everybody who lives on the block. If you live out in the country where you don't have neighbors that live as closely, you still have neighbors. So it might be that they're more spread out, but you have neighbors. So at least 5, up to 10, or keep going. Write down the names of neighbors in your neighborhood or even previous neighborhoods that you've lived in. And then through your kids' contacts and other family contacts. A lot of times, depending on your age and where you are in life, a lot of your friend group is through your kids. This could also include your work friends. And so when I think of kids and the acquaintances I know through, my kids, it can be through sports, it can be through work, it can be through just any, think big, okay? And you just want to write down their names because these are people that are going to help you when it comes to practicing asking for them to book a party for you. So this is one of the slides that you're going to want to take a screenshot of because this is how you're going to ask. These are actual words you can use to ask your friends, your family, your neighbors, your coworkers, your acquaintances. This is a way that you can ask them how to, if they would book a party to help you get started. So you want it to be lighthearted, you want it to be fun, and you want it to be personal. So included in this, I personally think that if you will include why you think it would benefit them to book a party. So for example, if it's someone who doesn't like to cook, okay, so it's your next door neighbor and she doesn't like to cook, you can say, hey, I know cooking isn't really your thing and that it's, something that you struggle with. And I'm starting with Pampered Chef. And one of the things that I like the most is that there are so many recipe ideas and so many helpful tips to make cooking easier and more enjoyable. And it made me think of you. Okay, do you see how I personalized that before I just jumped in on why they ought to book a party? You can do the exact same thing with someone who loves to cook. You can say to your sister, hey, I know how much you love to cook and everybody knows you're the best cook in the family, but I am starting with Pampered Chef. I'm going to try and catch up with you. And I love that Pampered Chef has so many great recipes that will make anybody look like a great cook. And somebody like you is really going to appreciate everything we have to offer between the quality tools and the recipes that are available. And besides that, you're my sister and you owe me, right? So you want to personalize it based on your relationship with the person, okay? Whether they love to cook, whether they hate to cook, whether they like to bake or entertain. You want to change your wording to appeal to them based on what their personal preferences are, okay? All right, so, I didn't ask this question, and that is, if you will raise your hand, because I think everybody's muted, raise your hand if this is you're just getting started and you are still in your first, couple of months with Pampered Chef. Okay, everybody, half of you. Okay, so if this is within your first 30 days, and I mean, all of this information is good and pertinent for you, but if you're just getting started, you especially want to pay attention to this because these are bonuses that we offer in addition to the monthly paycheck. And you can get, in addition to your monthly commission, which is based on your party sales total, right? You can also earn free products. And these are offered as a way for you to add to your Pampered Chef collection without having to put money out in order to do it, okay? So you can earn, when you sell $500 in your first 30 days, you'll earn the whipped cream maker and the mini scraper. And those are great this time of year going into the fall because this is when we're making whipped cream, right? More in the fall than any other time of the year. And then also in September, when you sell $1,000, you'll earn the new holiday products, right? So that's everybody can earn that, whether you're in your first 30 days or not. Then also in the first 90 days, as a way to help you get more products into your kitchen without taking money out of your pocket. You can also earn the new Baker that's coming out, or that just came out, the new enamel Baker, the 2 different sizes. And that is a huge value. That's a $270 value. And those can be used in your own home. You can use them at parties. They're fantastic. They're very popular, high demand products. And then when you sell 2,500, and so you may be thinking to yourself, well, 2,500 seems like a lot, but we're talking about 90 days. We're talking an average of 5 parties a month in order to earn that. So that's really not very much. That's 1 party a week. I personally believe that if I'm going to do 1 party, I may as well do 4, because it doesn't take me any extra time to do 4 virtual parties than it does to do 1. So if you do, for example, if your goal is to earn that skillet and those cast iron pieces and the knife block, if you do 2 parties a week, it's a shoe-in. A shoe-in. I'm telling you, it's a shoe-in. So basically, if you would schedule 1 party a week for the first 3 months, you would probably earn all of that. But as just an extra insurance policy, just in case someone gets sick, just in case someone has to reschedule because of something unforeseen happening, then you absolutely, it's a shoe-in. And in addition to earning those free products, you also earn cash bonuses and you get paid commission. So it really is a great deal, okay? During the Fast Track program, which is the first 3 months of your business, you have the opportunity to earn additional cash, up to $3,000 in additional cash. We don't want you leaving any of that on the table. So that is when you are interested and you take the time and energy to help other people join this business. And let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? So this is the time of year that people are starting to think about and worry about how they're going to pay for the holidays. I'm just telling you, whether they've said it out loud or not, people are starting to divide up paychecks in their minds between now and the first of the year, because we've got all kinds of things coming up, right? Sports still expensive all through the fall with school age kids. Then you've got Halloween and football season and all that goes with that. Then you've got Thanksgiving, then you've got Christmas and Hanukkah, and then you also have New Year's. Most of the entertaining that people do happens between October 1st and January 2nd. And so this is the time when people are looking for extra income. I highly suggest and recommend and practically beg you to ask every single one of your hosts and every single one of the guests at your parties if they would like to join you in this business. I actually helped 2 people get started with Pampered Chef before I'd ever even done my first party. There were 2 people that I asked to host parties, and I invited them to start with me so we could learn together how to be a consultant. Because the fact is, I knew their family situations and I knew they both needed the income, and both of them started. And it is very doable to promote to director in your first 90 days. These are the starter kits. Everybody got a kit, right? And you have the opportunity to help your friends and family and neighbors and acquaintances get started in this business as well for the same cost of the kits. Plus, we have the September new consultant special, and you want them to be able to take advantage of that too. All right. So for the first 90 days, when you promote to director, you get paid additional signing bonuses for the people that you help get started, and you can earn up to a $3,000 cash bonus. So you really, really want to take advantage of all that we have to offer with this and to promote to director. Does anybody have any questions about that before I go any further? No? Okay. Don't hesitate to ask. I'm seriously here just to help you and to answer questions. Okay. Your first paycheck, we get 2 paychecks twice a month. Okay. So between the first day of the month and the 15th day of the month is your first pay period, and you get paid for that on the 21st of the month. Okay. Then all the sales that are held between the 16th and the last day of the month, we get paid for those on the 7th of the month. So right now it's the 27th. So right now, any sales that you turn in between now and the 30th you'll get paid on the 7th of October. And so everyone should be signed up for direct deposit. And that way you don't have to wait for them to mail you a check. They also charge you if they have to mail you for a check. So direct deposit is the preferred method. So you want to be sure that you have that all set up, and you can set that up on the website in about 5 minutes at the most. Okay. So this is Gina. She's on our team, and this is a paycheck. This is a real paycheck, her paycheck for the month that she promoted to director. And her very first paycheck was $1,007 as a consultant. And then her very next paycheck as a director, actually this was 4 months in, was $2,523. So this is just an example so you can see that she did the fast track program and how quickly she was able to earn an income that was able to allow her to quit her full-time job. This is Libby, and she started in February of 2020. She held 15 virtual parties and promoted to director in April. So she promoted during the fast track program. And hold on, I don't know how to do this. Oh, I don't know how to get rid of that. I don't know where my cursor is. Oh, y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I can do here. I can't find my little cursor thingy to get that message out of our way. Oh, there it is. There it is. No, I don't want to upgrade. Okay. So, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. So anyway, where am I? So this is Clara, and Clara promoted in July after starting in April. And you can see that her paycheck was almost right at $6,000. And that is based on a 3-month promotion period. So this was her third paycheck, her first director paycheck. She did have 28 bookings, and she held 27 parties. So that would mean she held about 6 parties a week. And remember, you're not leaving your house. And for all of those parties, you're using the same content over and over again. So it's not even like there's a, any reason that you can't do that, because it's very, very easy. You're going to use the same outline in all the parties. It doesn't take, you're just going to make one outline and use it for all of them. Okay. All right. So here are some average paychecks. And because if you are thinking to yourself, I just really started this thinking I would do 5 or 6 parties a month, that's great. You can expect to make about $500 or $600 a month. If you do 5 or 6 parties a month, you'll make about $500 a month. But if you think that you would like bigger income, and you would like the income that might allow you to maybe change jobs, or to build a house, or to pay college tuition, or pay cash for Christmas, or what have you, this just gives you an idea of the kind of income that our team has directors making right now. And I can attest to this, that as an executive director, that is in fact very average for our executive director team. We also earn trips and vacations. Right now, the earning period is for I've drawn a blank, Grapevine, Texas, which is like 2 hours north of me. A really fun area of town and of the state. And then also to Puerto Rico, if you are more of a beachy kind of person, that's a really fun destination as well. And the earning details are there for you, but just so you know, you earn points for every person that you help get started in this business. So points for recruiting, and 1 point for every dollar that you sell. And then as you promote to director and above, then you also get compensation with not only income, but also trip points for that as well. I really, really, really can't recommend this enough. And that is that you ask a couple of people right off the bat if they would be interested in joining you in this business. That's exactly what I did. I had 2 neighbors start. I lived on a corner, and the other 2 people that started at the same time I did lived catty corner. We all 3 lived on the corner, and it was so much fun. We tested recipes with each other. We, bounced ideas off of each other. We learned together. And it was wonderful. And we all three promoted to director together. So I really recommend, if there's anybody you can think of that would benefit from this business or you would enjoy working with, invite them to join you, because you will learn and grow together. That I promise. Okay. It only takes 5 team members to promote to director, which puts you in line for all of the Fast Track Director Program benefits. Opportunity nights are a great way to make it easy for you to invite people to join your team. I also know that most of our directors or all of our directors are happy to do 3-way conversations and help you answer questions. No one expects you to know how to do your first party, and no one expects you to know how to help someone and train someone by yourself. We will help you. Okay, so don't be shy to do that. Our very first goal for you is to get 6 bookings on your calendar and get them on as quickly as possible. Once you have 6 bookings on your calendar, we want you to join our Fast Track team, which means that you are on the fast track to growth and learning and growing a team. And we really, really want you to be a part of that with us. And we want to partner with you to help you grow. This, of course, is Warren Buffett, and he owns the Pampered Chef. And it's just a fantastic company. We don't have debt. There's constantly innovations and new products. You are in the right place at the right time. Okay, so I'm going to stop screen sharing if I can figure out how to do it. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to stop screen sharing so I can see everybody. Oh, hi, Dawn. You came on while we were talking. So, all right. Questions. Everybody's on mute. Just know that. So if you have questions, you're going to have to unmute. You have to come off of mute. And we have 4 minutes to ask for questions, but I can answer any question that you have. Remember, there's no silly question. Or was I so thorough and so comprehensive that nobody has any questions because you know it all now? Woohoo! Anything you want to know?
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
So like I think my date that I have to